Alright, welcome back. Last time we put in an ability to shrink and grow, and before that we put in the ability to dash. So this time I wanted to put in the ability to heal. So I wanted our character to be able to heal themselves. However, I was thinking like, wait, they don't even have any health. So before we put in the heal ability, let's use this episode and let's work on the player's health. And I'll show you how to make the player have health, and we'll set up something so that they can take away their health so we can see it working. Alright, so first thing we need to do is come into our character and double click on your BP character, and in the variables we need two variables. We need one called current health and you can make that one a float. So change the type to float. Good. Compile. Save. And then you need to duplicate that one and call this one max health. And it also is a float. So I'm going to set my max health at 100. You could set it to whatever number you want to. And your current health, this is where your health bar is going to be at. So initially I'm going to have it at 100 as well. Cool. Compile and save. And we should be done there as far as setting up the health. So the next thing that we need to do is let's go to your content browser and we're going to create a new HUD. So go into your HUD and right click and go down to user interface and create a widget blueprint. You want a user widget, and we're going to call this one, this is going to be our main HUD. So this is going to have our health bar and everything else. We'll add other things to it, so I'm just going to call it main HUD. Double click on it and let's set it up. So right now we're just going to set it up to display the health bar, and in future episodes we'll work on our main HUD and we'll make it look good, and we'll also make it have more functions. So first things first, if you saw us set up any of these, find a canvas panel, drag your canvas panel down onto your main HUD. If you already have a canvas panel, just click on your canvas panel, right click on it, wrap with a scale box. Oops, not a scroll box. A scale box. So wrap with a scale box and then a size box. Scale box, and then wrap it with a size box. Click on your size box. In the right hand side, width and height overrides. We do the 1920 for the width, and for the height 1080. Perfect. What you're doing there is you're making so that it scales to everybody's screen. It's going to be 1080 display on everybody's screen. You don't have to make it 1080. You can put this as 4K if you want to, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, as long as it's a number that's like a perfect resolution number, you have to have it like, like the TV sizes basically. Go on your canvas panel, and in the top left, what we're going to do is we're going to add a progress bar, and we'll anchor it right there. That's fine. And drag your progress bar out so that it looks pretty cool. So it's like long, like a health bar. I'm going to say my size in the X is going to be 380 just to make it clean. There we go. Now, what you want to do here is come on the right hand side, and where it says progress, right now it's at 0%. But if we change this, you'll see that it fills up. So that's the 100%. We need this progress to be bound to our health. So this is how we do this. So we come over here to bind, create binding. Now, what we want to do here is we want to create a binding. But before we do that, let's go to the event graph. And we can delete the event pre and delete the event tick. But off the event construct, what we want is cast to our third person character. So basically write in third person character, and you can cast to that. Off the object, player character. So you want to get player character. And then what you want to do off of the as third person character, promote to variable. So we'll call this variable character ref or char ref. Alright, perfect. That's pretty much all we need there. Go to your percentage. Now drag that character ref variable off and say get health. So we want current health. Then we also want to drag it off and say get max health. Now, in order to make this work right, we need to divide the current health divided by the max health. So type in divide. Oh my gosh, sorry. Type in divide and then we're going to divide them. And once you divide that, you can hook it up and that's going to work right. So that should be good in your main HUD. We've got that hooked up right, so that's going to be working. Okay, what we need to do now is we need to make sure we add that to the screen. So in your character blueprint, we need to right click and type begin play. And it's the event begin play that we want. Now off of this, drag create widget, and the widget that we want to create is the main HUD. Okay, and then lastly, you just want to add that to the viewport. Okay, so let's test out and see if our health bar is on the screen, and then we'll go back and we'll fix it a little bit. So health bar is on the screen, but we can't see if it's going to work with our health or not. So let's put in something that's going to make it work with our health. And actually, most times people's health bar is not blue, it's red. So I'm going to change my color. Alright. So in order for us to see this health bar in action, we need to make it so that something in this level is hot. Right? We need to add, I'm going to delete my player start so we can go to the lava. Right? Let's make it so that the lava is hot, and anytime she walks in the lava, she loses health, right? So here's how we're going to do that. First thing we need to do is set up a health variable or a health function, a take damage function in our character. So go to the third person, go to blueprints, go to your character. We should be on the event graph. Perfect. Now go to the functions, and we need to create one. This is going to be called take damage. And I'm going to say 10% because I'm going to take away 10% of the damage. So I want to get the current health, and I want to take away 10% of it. So times it by 0.10 and then subtract that. So watch this. So multiply times 0.1 and then subtract we want to subtract the current health minus that, and then we want to set the current health. Set the current health to this one, not that one. Perfect. So it's going to basically take our current health, multiply it times 0.1, right, to get 10% of it, because 10%, and then we're going to subtract our current health minus the sum of that. So it's going to take away 10% of our health. So you can set this up as like a whole number, so you could just say minus whatever, or you don't have to do it in percentages, but that's how I like to do it, because it makes it like more variable in the game. So next thing we need to do is we need to set up a trigger for this lava. So my lava is all on the floor. I can do it for the whole floor, or I can do it for parts of it. And I'm going to show you how to do it for parts of it, because that might help you more. So drag a trigger box out into your level, which is on the left hand side in the place actors. And we're going to make this trigger box cover just part of the lava where we're going to be stepping in. So make it like, you know, nice, and but only make it cover the part that you want her to get hurt in. So that looks good to me. Let's center it off a little bit, raise it up, keep it right there. So anytime she crosses those bounds, we want her to take 10% damage. So this is what we're going to do. In the blueprint for this trigger box, which you click on this, and we'll keep it in the, we'll call this the lava trigger, and select. Now in the lava trigger, what you want to do is on the event graph, on active begin overlap, type in a third person character. So you want your third person character. So when the third person character overlaps this trigger, we want that function to be called take damage. Boom. Oops, that's not it is what I wanted, but that's not the right one. Hold on. Type in take damage, and you want the call function right here at the top. So there you go. Yeah, and so we press compile, press save, BB character, let's test it out, right? So press play, and when we walk into that, it's gonna take 10%. There we go. Boom. So it's taking away 10% of our health right there. So I will show you how to, here, let's make it so that it continuously takes it away. I don't know how to do this. I didn't set this up before, but let's try it. Let's try it. Event overlap, blah blah blah. Take damage. Let's see if I can just loop it. Right. So, nah, this is gonna crash the game. Next time we'll set it up so that the lava just continuously takes damage from you. I'll figure out how to do that in the next episode. But what we need to do now is just make sure our health is there. And like I said, I'll show you how to do the heal ability in the next episode as well. So let's make sure this is all set up right again. And I don't want this pin at the end. I want this one here. Boom. So if you're following along, make sure yours is set up like that. And like I said, we'll make that take damage function increment down in the next episode. And also we'll give you the heal ability. So thanks for watching me on this episode. Now we got a health bar. You can go in and play with your health bar, make it different colors, and do all kinds of things to it. But that's just a basic one. We'll fix ours later. And then I'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace.